What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk with Johneri'O Scott. Of course, I'm your host, Johneri'O Scott, and my guest, Miss Keeshlinooo. Listen, when I say this dancing fanatic, all-around entertainer host is doing her thing, and she's on the couch with me. Let's talk. So y'all guys, stay tuned. Let's talk with Johneri'O Scott. So what's up, you guys? We're back. So I'm with this beauty, Miss Fancy. She's sitting all pretty. Keys, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Listen, I'm good. We good. We chilling. Got our mimosas. Sips. So as you know, as you see, she's dancing, doing her thing, hosting. She just out there. Look at her, she getting started already, out there doing her thing. So let everyone know, if they don't know, who's Keeshlinooo?
Okay, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Keeshlinooo, coming to you live right now with Let's Talk. And I am, of course, Keeshlinooo. I'm a host, a dancer, entertainer, I guess, all of that. I've pretty much did a lot. Like, when I say a lot, I've did a lot. And it all started really right after I graduated college. And immediately I was dancing on Instagram, and boom, I graduated December. January, someone was booking me to do a show in Atlanta. Like, instantly. And it's crazy. Ever since then, I've just been popping. Like, a lot of people say I'm Instagram famous, but I just call it Poppington, or, very known around town.
She's Popperton. Listen.
Okay.
Don't steal her word, you guys. We're gonna be watching. We're gonna be listening.
Okay.
So when it all come down to this dancing, like, how did you get into dancing?
Well, actually, I didn't really get into dancing. My mom put me in dancing when I was 3. So I've actually been this is not something that just started. Right. I've been dancing since I was 3. But it wasn't hip hop. The crazy thing is, I've only did ballet, tap, jazz, lyrical, point. I did all those. Matter of fact, all the way up until high school, because that's when I moved to Charlotte. Once we moved, of course I did pageants and cheering, but dancing was like a big thing. Although cheer is life, dancing was a big thing that played a major part. And once I moved, that's when it really kind of like kicked off. High school, everybody dancing and going on. Everybody was like, oh yeah, come on, Keish, get out here. Then college, of course, I was always dancing, parties, in the cafeteria, like in the hallway, in the classroom, everywhere. It didn't matter to me. So yeah,
that's how you got to it.
Yeah, I just do what I do.
So with that, dancing, like you said, you just started into dancing. When you look at entertainment, how did hosting came a part of it?
That's a good question. Well, actually, it started out, I was following my brother, Chewy, that is from 92.7. Excuse me, he actually, does that. Yeah. So as we were going to parties back when I was in college, every Thursday, 935 days, that was the big thing here before it got shut down. And we would be going out, and he was the host for that party. So, like, he was doing all the hosting gigs and everything. So I was following him, and as we grew, our friendship became closer. Like, that's like my brother. Like, nobody can tell me that's not my brother. I don't care, blood or not, that's my brother. And so, because I was always with him, I just seen it and how he so passionate about it. And he would teach me things and, like, tell me, you could do this, you could do that. If you're going to do this, make sure you do it this way. Or if you're going to have somebody want you to, host or do something, make sure you do it this way. Or tell them, you're not going to take this, that, and the third. So that's what kind of like drove me to be like, okay, you know what? I can host because not only that, I kind of did a little bit at school, but it wasn't like, it was just talent shows or stuff like that. And it wasn't that many. But being around him, and he does the Fresh Empire events that were here in Charlotte, they kind of slacked off. But, he was doing that, and I was around him doing that. So it just kind of picked up. And the lady that actually worked with Charlotte Fresh Empire, she wanted me to host one, but they didn't get to have the party, so she sent me to Columbia, and then that's when I first started like hosting and doing all these shows.
You spoke on college. You had your degree in social work, right?
Yes.
So did you ever touch bases with getting a job in that, or did you ever utilize it?
Y'all don't beat me up because I know somebody out there probably gonna be like, she went to college, and let me tell you. That college experience was an experience because I spent not 4 years, not 5, but 5.5 years in college trying to graduate. I started out in biology major, and a freshman, and they was not playing no games. And they tried to tell me my second year, sophomore year, that I was going to have to continue and take classes along with the ones that I failed and had to retake. How? Livingstone. But I mean, shout out to the Livingstone. They it's some ups and downs. They put me out there too.
Yeah, that's college.
But that's anybody college. But yeah, they tried to throw me under the boat and all up tie me. Yeah, they was. But it's okay because I got out of there. I started out with a 1 point something GPA, and I'm not ashamed to tell it. And I graduated with a 2.7, so it was good enough for me because I worked hard on my own. I didn't have no help.
So when you saw when you noticed that you were getting the attention or the support, like, do you remember that moment?
I definitely do. It actually started when I was in college, cheerleading. Of course, with Livingstone, CIAA, well, not just Livingstone, but any HBCU around the area, CIAA time, or just football season, basketball season, when you go into people's games and people seeing you. Of course, I was a cheerleader, so I was out there. People saw me cheering, and they're like, oh my gosh, I remember her. We could walk into a game. I never forget a Winston game we went to. It was Livingstone versus Winston. We could not cheer, but we all went as a group. When we walked in as a group. We even, matter of fact, I had on these shoes that day.
Okay.
And when I walked in, I was the last person to walk in, of course. I had to make my grand entrance. Walked in, everybody was like, oh, that's the cheerleading team, because there she go. And once, the game got good and it was halftime, boys game, of course, we started cheering. We was going in, and everybody knew. We didn't care. We was on the bleachers in the little middle section cheering.
And y'all made sure y'all was in the middle.
Yeah. I was on the step, though. I wasn't in the middle in the seat because you couldn't see me. I needed to be on the steps where nobody was at.
See? Look at him. Look at him.
I had to be seen.
You know what? So
3.5.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget the half. 3.5.
You make sure they say that half, right?
Yes.
Don't miss the half.
That's important.
So, all right, so let's fast forward to now. Like, you put a video out, what was that, 2 days ago? Cardi B.
Oh, yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday. I know it was, listen. So, like, look at her. Uh-oh. So tell us about that, because when you put, how you made that dance up, I was like, you know what, look at her. Yes, I do my research. So let us know.
Okay, so yes, I've been seeing everybody do, her song. I love her song. Like,
yes.
Shout out to Cardi B, man. You know what I'm saying? Gang, gang. But I seen everybody doing it, and I was just like, I gotta dance. I just ain't put it together yet. And I actually made it up. I kept thinking the stuff in my head, but I ain't do the moves.
Right.
You just be thinking the stuff, and you could see yourself doing something, but you ain't really doing it.
Yeah.
You just see yourself doing it. So I'm sitting up. It was like 12 o'clock, 12:30. Might have been later than that. I don't know. I was in the kitchen making some oodles and noodles.
Yes.
And chicken. Gotta add the ranch and hot sauce. But yes, I'm in the kitchen, and as my noodles was cooking, I got my little phone. I was like, okay, let me start at this part. I heard the music and I was like, okay, and I just started making up routine, like, and it's crazy because I've been doing this, like, even when I was in college. That's how I made up all cheers. Like, a lot of the cheers that we did, I made up those, well, the newer ones.
Yeah.
And they would be either from me making food in the shower, or I was literally in the bed sleep, laying down. Well, not quite sleep, but I was in the bed laying down, about to go to sleep. And next thing you know, words would pop up, emotions would pop up. It would be 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and my roommate would be like, "What are you over there doing?" She was a cheerleader too, so she'd come over there like, "What's that? What you doing?" "Oh, girl, I'm making up a cheer." And that's how a lot of stuff get created. I don't know.
Listen, it comes natural. That's all. So, how have your life changed since the real blow up? Like traveling and host. Like, how has your life changed?
I mean, well, it kind of has changed just a little bit, but not too much. Only because I would say I kind of was known back in South Carolina because I did pageants. And I also cheered and danced. And with dance, me and my dance instructor, we would open up each recital with a routine, like, to start the whole show. And that was every year that I was there until I left. And what's crazy is everyone that knew me, once I left, they said that the recitals have not been the same. And it hurts me because it's like, I really made that impact on people to the point where the recitals really did make a change. Like, it really did do something. Like, it went down. And I was hoping that it kind of wouldn't be like that. But then it's a good thing because it's like, I really am something that can change people's perspective of things. And, I leave that big impact. And it's like, wow. But, I mean, it's still good. The fans, actually, I don't like to call them fans. It's supporters, but I use my nickname as my Linos, which, of course, Lino came from college. Everything started out in college, really. My friend came up with the group Lino Cartel, and he established it. And Lino actually stands for Life Is Never Over. Lino. So everybody in the group, the end of their name became Lino. And because my name was Keish, my nickname, he put Lino on the end, and ever since it's been Keeshlinooo. I just added the extra 2 O's because it looked cute.
Right, yeah, I like that.
So yeah, nothing really big has changed. I mean, I'm getting a few coins or whatever, but
Some coins.
but I mean, it really feels the same. It's just more networking.
Will we see a studio from you coming soon? Dance shops. Because you doing your thing, and I'm sure you have people that come like, yo, I want her to teach me this. I want her to do this, and you probably already got it. So we just waiting for the shop, right?
I don't know. We'll have to see what the future holds. Cause honestly, I don't know. I've always been a teacher though. Like, everyone will come to me to teach something.
For real.
College, I learned everything through there. So it was like that's really like where it really started, and I learned that I am, who I am, like a great teacher. And I have been getting a lot of requests. People want me to teach, come up with dances. I've even gotten teachers that actually have their own groups and stuff, and they've contacted me wanting me to make up routines and stuff like that for cheerleading and dance. I was a major at dance coach. I never did major at. I was on the band, but I did swing flags. I did flags, so I wasn't a dance girl. But I was actually a coach recently from like August to, I don't even remember. It was maybe like a month and a half, probably. So yeah.
Doing it big. Oh. She's ready, man. So what has been most challenging, not only as an entertainer, getting out there, but as a female?
The most challenging thing I would say is for people to actually like really believe in myself, like believing that I'll be able to accomplish the job. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. This is my job because I'm still trying to get a regular job. I understand I do have a social work degree, but being a social worker is like a big part, a big role that you have to play. Like, you can't do nothing else if you're gonna be a social worker. Like, those type of career, that's a career itself. And I with what I want to do now with entertainment, that's my career that I want to go to. So I'm really just trying to get, just some type of job that could just help support financially along the way so that I could still do my entertainment, and get out there more. Because social work I know it's going to interfere, even though I've applied anyway because I do have a degree, but I know that if I was to get into that career in that field, there's no way I would have no time to do what I really want to do. So it's just getting people to like really believe in me.
Like, what advice would you give someone that is battling, low self-esteem, or like you said, feel like, man, I want to go for this, but no one is watching me. I'm not getting the support that I feel like I should be getting. What advice would you give them?
To all the people that are watching, I would say if there's something that you want to go for it. Don't change your mind. Of course, they always say have plan B, plan C, but always stick to plan A, because no matter how long it takes, there's something on the other side of that end that's going to be great. Like, your reward is going to be so great. One, I would say believe in yourself, even if nobody else do. Two, stay consistent with the work that you're doing. Like myself, when it comes to these videos and stuff, I've been slacking heavily, and I can honestly say that I can tell when I get my views or followers that everything's is like at a standstill because I haven't been posting like I started. People expect, once you start something, they're gonna expect that, even if you be like, I don't want to do it no more. But if you know that's something that you love doing, even though you might want to take a break, you just got to keep doing. You got to push through it, because it's what you give and what you put out there. People gonna love that work for you and what you do, and that's just what brings you happiness if you really love something, because it's like, these people are gonna love me for doing what I want to do, not something that somebody's telling me to do. And three, just have fun. Like, whatever you do, if it's fun. Now, if it's boring, then you might need to find something else to do. But if it's fun and you find yourself having fun, have fun with it. Don't let nobody discourage you and, put you down. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it. I've had that, including my family members. But yes, those are the main three things that I stick to. Believe in yourself, stay consistent, and have fun.
Damn. So I want to touch on, because everyone now is trying to build a brand.
Yeah.
It's trying to, brand itself. Like, what tips would you say follows branding? Like, what should you, if you want to brand yourself, brand your business, whatever it is, what is some advice?
Okay, I would say tips for branding yourself would, first of all, you got to know what you're branding. You can't just say, I'm going to brand myself because I dance. You have to have something that stands behind it, something that's like going to be meaningful, something that's going to reach out to the people. Like, say if you're wanting to become an artist, of course you have your music and whatnot, but if you're trying to brand your name, something has to stick out. It may be what you wear, it may be your hair, it may be the style, the type of music that you do. All of that has to tie in together, and it has to work around itself, and when you put it out there, they're gonna know that that's you. Like with myself, I'm still working on branding myself because I am Keeshlinooo, but at the same time, I'm still trying to make sure that everyone still knows what I do. It's not just Instagram dancing. It's like I actually, the choreo dancing, which of course, Instagram dancing, most people think of hitting them folks. Right. And I've been trying to get away from that because that's not the only thing that I can do. So I'm still, branding myself in that area. I'm also branding myself with being an all-around entertainer. I'm not a comedy type person, but I can be funny sometimes. So that's another thing. Like everything that you do. Oh, I even be doing little raps and stuff. That's now part of my little, entertainment. So a lot of people want me to like do a mixtape. Like I've been telling people, oh yeah, mixtape coming. Y'all gonna listen to my mixtape, y'all? I ain't even got that far, but I'm just saying, like, you never know.
Right.
Once you put it out there, it's out there now. So now you just gotta figure out, okay, now how can I really make this happen?
Right.
And hey, once it happens, it happens. But that's really it.
All right. So y'all got those tips. Take heed, like they say in church. Take heed. So it's time for this game. Listen, it's time for the game. So you guys, I came up with a game, a new game, and it's called Date or Bait. So I'm gonna say a name, and she's gonna say if she's gonna date them, if she would date them, or bait them, if she's gonna throw them to the fishes. So first person, you ready? So, all right, first name, Chris Brown.
The looks, date. But him, I might have to bait because I don't know. He might be a little crazy. Well, I'm crazy too, so the looks date, but
Looks date. Usher.
nah, that's the homie. I'm bait. That's the homie. He cool.
All right. R. Kelly.
Bait.
Chance the Rapper.
Oh, he cute. Date.
All right. Idris Elba.
Oh yeah. Yes, honey. Date. Marry.
Mary.
Secure the bag.
Secure the bag, you guys. Secure the bag. Migos.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
Which one?
Trying to think. Oh no. Probably off. I want to say off. Maybe Offset. Yeah.
All right. Sammy.
That one that used to sing?
Yeah. You know the girls.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think I don't even remember what he looked like. I mean, I remember what he looked like, but
Yeah, recently.
I ain't even seen him recently. I ain't even gonna lie. He was here in Charlotte, but
All right, good pass. And the last one, Bruno Mars.
oh yes. I love his music. I just love him, period.
All right, so yeah, you guys, that's the game. So when it comes to, just all around this music and dancing, who would you love to dance for or dance with?
Gosh, that's a really hard choice. Cause I don't really have like a whole bunch of favorites. But if I could, I would take Missy Elliott.
Drops mic. Yes.
I love her. I love her. Like, yeah.
Let's choose a male. A male who would you like to dance with or make up a dance for?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. Yes. Drops mics twice.
I honestly don't know who else but Bruno doesn't. He dances, but like I definitely have to probably say Chris Brown, Missy Elliott, and Chris Brown.
So, what do you have going on? What's coming up? What's next? How can everyone follow you?
Okay. Well, I will say what's coming up next is that I am, of course, I have Fresh Empire events going on. Possibly creating a song, but it's on the hush, so I really don't know. I ain't gonna say too much because then it might not happen. I don't know. Really, anything that just comes up is what's coming up. Whatever come to me is what's coming up. I never really know a list until it just comes to me, and I'll be like, oh, okay. But you guys can follow me on all social media Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat at Keeshlinooo. That's 2 E's, 3 O's, Keeshlinooo. And you can also follow me on Facebook. It's the same. Oh, and YouTube. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm trying to get up there, you know, post more. It's kind of hard doing everything on my own. But I'm working on getting a team. I'm working on it.
Well, you guys, Keeshlinooo has told you all. She's out here doing her thing. So if you have any, you know, hosting, you want to host, she's here. Dance, she make them up, she's here. Like, she's just like I said, a all-around entertainer. So you guys stay tuned, follow her, Johneri'O Scott, Keeshlinooo, we out.
Hey you guys, what's up? It's your girl Keeshlinooo, your favorite little person, the one and only, and I'm here with Let's Talk Johneri'O Scott. Tune in.